Hello everybody, it's Umar Racing. Today I'm going to be changing the brake lines and the brake fluid on the Veloster N. I have everything ready prepared. I have the brake lines over here and also the brake fluid and jack stands, all the tools, all the little wrenches. Also got the jack and also got the motive power bleeder. So I'm going to be using these. My dad is helping me out to loosen up the lug nuts. We're gonna just get started by loosening up, and then we're gonna take off the brake line. So we have finished one side already. The reason why I decided to do the first side is to kind of figure out all the quirks. Again, first you take out that part. It's very easy. I don't remember the exact size of the wrench. And then, so you hand tighten this little adapter thing, and then after that you can route it to the caliper. And on the caliper, it's very easy to take out and very easy to put in. Don't forget the washers from the inside and the outside. That way, it's going to provide full coverage. It's not going to leak. And once you're done, I would highly recommend cleaning with a brake cleaner. I have like a brake cleaner over there. Highly recommend that. We're going to just continue on the other side. We have a little bit more of experience, so we're going to get this done quicker. Again, it's very simple. This part, the top part, goes over here. You just loosen that top bolt, and then you will loosen this bolt over here. It's at the focus. Who thought that was a good idea to use a manual lens? You loosen this bolt, this will come out. So the sensor will be dangling. There's no way to put the sensor. I would recommend using a zip tie, so that's what I would plan to use. For now, I let them loose because I'm not going to be doing track driving yet. Hope it'll be in like a few weeks, maybe a month or so. And then after that, the rear, super easy. It's just like a very short cable. Again, the same thing. You loosen from here and then here and just replace it. And then after that, you flush the brakes. For flushing, I have the motive power bleeder. I already have the bleeder set with the fluid. Once I'm ready, just gonna send it through. And according to the service manual, you need to be flushing it rear right, left front, rear left, and then front right. Yeah, that's it. And then in the end, I'll show you what the result looks like. Okay, so we finished both of the front ones. So the fronts are good. We're all set. Just have to make sure we tighten everything and it doesn't leak. And in here, we were finished one side of the rear. Again, replaced it over there. Goes all the way here. It's a very simple job. Very easy to do. Highly recommend it. We didn't lose much brake fluid. In the front ones, you will lose a lot of brake fluid, but it's not the end of the world. Now we're gonna go do this side, and then once we're done, we're gonna flush the brake fluid. Yeah, we're all good with the brake lines. Right now, I pressurized the system with the motive brake bleeder. So as you can see, both of the rears are done. The front ones are done as well. So right now we have 15 psi applied on the motive power bleeder. So as you can see, we have about like 15 psi there. So far with the adapter I have, I don't see any leaks. It seems to be holding pressure, and I don't see any leaks here either. So far it seems to be pretty good. We're just cleaning up right now. Once we clean up everything, we'll start the bleeding process. I have my bottle, so we already have I have a metal tray, and I've been dumping dirty fluid back into the empty cans. That's what I would recommend doing. I also have the bottle somewhere here. There you go. So this is the bottle I will use to catch all the fluids. So this one has a magnetic end, so I can connect it somewhere. Swap the adapters because the old one was for my Mustang. This one is going to be for the Veloster, for Hyundai. It works fine so far. I mean, don't have any issues. When I reconnected it, I made sure to put some sealing tape because we're applying pressure, and the pressure is still at 15, so we're good so far. Yeah, so we're just cleaning up while we're waiting for the system to be pressurized, and then we'll start bleeding, and then we'll pressurize it again to make sure there are no leaks. So yeah, we'll update you when we're done. Right now we're flushing the rear. We opened the drain plug there. We have 15 psi applied into the kind of like the master cylinder, and we're using this magnetized bottle. We already did all 4 corners. We just have extra fluid left since we're doing a full system flush. We're going to the back again. Again, the order is right rear, left front, left rear, and right front. So now we're back to right rear. So yeah, we did all 4 corners. Don't forget to put nipples back in just to be sure pump the clutch as well. Some people recommend that. We're going to pump it up a little bit. So it's right at 15 psi. Everything is good so far. We don't see any leaks, which is great news. I tested the brake pedals before flushing the right front, because that's the last one. And kind of the pedal went all the way to the floor because there's air. But once we flushed this corner, perfect. It was like nice and firm. Felt pretty good. After my track day at VIR, the brakes felt a little bit soft. And then after I'm done, I'm gonna just use the brake cleaner to clean the rotors. As you can see, we have some, brake fluid, oil, different things on the rotor. We just want to make sure we get those cleaned out. Hello everybody, we are done. Everything looks good. Checked everything, double checked, triple checked. One thing kind of warn against is the rear one. Make sure it doesn't touch the wheel, because you can put it in a certain angle where it could. So I had to kind of take off one of the wheels afterwards, but other than that, everything is pretty much fine. I had to top off the brake fluid on top of what the kind of the motive brake bleeder added. Like when I stopped the bleeder and released the pressure, and I pulled back the liquid, so I just added a little bit extra to make sure that I have enough until the max, because I'm not going to be doing any brake flushing or opening the lines again. The job was relatively easy. It's a little frustrating because you might spill some brake fluid and it gets messy, you drop the tool. I'd say make sure you're hydrated. I'm very thirsty right now. Make sure you eat, make sure you're full, and make sure you had your coffee, and then come at this job with like a calm, peaceful mind, because it can get a little stressful. But other than that, it's a simple job as long as you have the tools. One thing I will recommend, there's little wrenches, not like this, but I put them over here, but you can see like the ends, they kind of hug, they will hug the bolt. You need one of those to do the brake flush, to be able to turn some of those bolts, because you're gonna go around the hose and turn it. These will make sure that you have full grip around the bolt, so that there are no issues. Other than that, again, I don't know the exact sizes. I just did trial and error and made sure that it worked. Another thing I would recommend is get something like this, a flow tool. This will catch all the extra fluids. And then when you're done, buy denatured alcohol. If you do the method that I followed, where I pour the brake fluid into the bleeder, then you need to get denatured alcohol and put denatured alcohol through the system of the bleeder. Then it will kind of clean it, and then you let it air dry. Or else you just don't want to keep brake fluid in there. I also recommend pumping the clutch, like I said earlier. It doesn't hurt. Some people say it doesn't do anything. It doesn't hurt. Like when I was pumping the clutch, I could see some bubbles coming out of where the master cylinder is. Big thanks to my dad. He helped me a lot. He was gonna go to Costco, but he decided to stay and help me. And if you have someone else to help you, it makes the job easier. Last time I did this with my Mustang, the brake lines, I did it with my dad, but the fluids I did myself. So if you have the motive power bleeder, you can do it yourself. That's all I have to say. Thank you for watching. I'll see you on the next video.